Whoa! Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
All right, so everybody's got to eat outside, right? But what's that mean when your restaurant model or your bar model is made for inside? I mean, that's part of the experience at 1122 in Paso Robles, and it's the experience that people come from all over the world to check out. Correct? Right now, Donovan joining us from Pappy McGregor's in 1122. Good morning, Donovan.
Hey, good morning, guys. How you been?
Good. So we heard that you are you are adapting with the times somehow.
We are. We call it rolling with the tide, I guess. We have been. We're lucky that we have Pappy McGregor's attached to 1122 because we could basically do like a full restaurant. And we've been for about a month serving 1122 cocktails on the back patio, and people are still loving that. But we can't give them that intimate, romantic, kind of dark, mysterious vibe that the SpeakEasy gives inside of 1122. So we came up with this really cool idea to change things up, embrace the weather outside, summer, and make it into a full-on tiki experience up here, 1122 style.
Can I shoot out a recommendation for this weekend?
Yeah.
Sprinkler. Run through the sprinkler. It's supposed to be like 100 degrees in Paso Robles this weekend. You're gonna need sprinklers.
Well, we won't have sprinklers, but we'll have the blenders fired up so people can get those frozen cocktails. It'll be awesome.
Well, I got a sprinkler if you need to borrow it. I know everybody's got a sprinkler system nowadays, but I got the old school sprinkler with the hose.
What is the best sprinkler? Is the best sprinkler the one that goes back and forth like a big fan in the yard?
To run through? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, I like those, yeah.
I mean, the other ones that go... Those always get you, especially when you're on the golf course and they come on and you're like, "Oh, I got this. I got
time to do this.
I got this shot real quick." And then it's like, and then all of a sudden you hear, you're like, "Oh, son of a!" No, it's going to be warm this weekend, so you guys are blending up the drinks. And now a tiki bar. Explain what tiki drinks are. The only thing I know is what they have. They typically have rum in them.
They do. Most do, yeah. So tiki, it's a whole experience. Like, it goes back to the South Pacific and Dawn of the Beachcomber. It goes back to like World War II when it really got popular. So it's not just the drinks. It's like a culture that we're bringing up here. So if you saw our patio right now, it's fully decked out. You can see it on our Instagram or Facebook, but we're doing whole videos so you can see it. But we basically transform. It feels like you're in Hawaii right now or like Fiji, Tahiti. It looks really cool. And the drinks, the other half of it, it's Mai Tais, it's daiquiris, it's pina coladas. It's just the refreshing drinks when the weather's, warm outside.
We have a video up on the KZOZ Facebook right now if you want to check it out and see what the transformation has done. Is this stuff that you had to go out and get, like, as far as the decor is concerned? Did you have to go out and get that, or did you just have that lying around?
Oh, God, no. Yeah, we made Amazon some money, so we went shopping, basically. So,
what does a neon palm tree run you nowadays on Amazon?
Like $69.99 with free Prime shipping. So, we put some money into it. Everything we do at 1122 is top notch. We don't really spare much expense. So, people that come and join us up here, they're gonna see how much effort we put into this, and we're just not faking a tiki bar. It's a full on decorated from top to bottom. And the drinks are amazing. We have super talented bartenders, and they just nailed these cocktails. And we have some really fun food, as you know, with the whole regulations now with serving drinks, you got to have food, and we did some island-inspired food that definitely people are going to love.
Now, this weekend, with it being hot, and with this being kind of an oasis, and with it being a 3-day weekend in Paso Robles, which 2-day weekends in Paso Robles seems like everybody from all over the state of California ascends on Paso Robles. Is it going to be hard to find a place at the Tik-Easy? Should we make reservations? I mean, can you make reservations? How's it work?
We're not doing any reservations. 1122 now is all first come, first serve. We do have all our tables socially distanced. We have plexiglass up everywhere. I mean, that's the only like distracting part of the whole tiki is seeing a little plexiglass here and there, but it's definitely safe for everybody. And we have a great way of, we keep a line going outside. So once you're in the tiki experience, we maintain a smaller crowd, so it's intimate. You can enjoy yourself. We don't rush you. You stay as long as you want, and you do have to just wait in line to get inside.
Are you opening this today?
We open tonight at 7:00.
Nice.
You guys, you guys mentioned the heat. It's a nighttime experience, so it's 7:00 Wednesday, Thursday, and Sundays, and Fridays and Saturdays we'll open up at 5, just because there's a few more people in town up here in Paso.
Right on. All right. Well, we look forward to checking it out. I mean, it's nice to go to another place without having to go to another place.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's going to transport you. Say it again?
I can't afford Fiji right now.
Yeah, who can?
Are they even allowing us Americans to go there?
It's nice.
Fiji, anyways.
Yeah.
All right, Donovan. So, 11:22. That's up in Paso Robles, right behind Pappy McGregor's. Get on up for some great food and now some great tiki drinks as well. Enjoy the weekend and stay cool, my friend.
Yeah, thank you, boys. And let everybody know on your side to come up and see us. We'll be running this probably till the end of October for the next couple months, until we get back inside.
Until we get back to the second new normal, which is where we can go back inside and enjoy the atmosphere of 11:22. There goes Donovan from Pappy McGregor's and 11:22.
Things we didn't get to in hashtag form with Jeff and Jeremy. In the morning.
Hashtag God made me do it. Kanye West is now talking about why he interrupted Taylor Swift's acceptance speech back when she got Song of the Year and they didn't give it to, was it Beyonce or something like that?
Right now, God has given me the information, and he ain't gave me no other information other than this information.
Right.
And we have this right now. So that means he wants me to say this now. If God didn't want me to run on stage and say Beyonce had the best video, he wouldn't have sat me in the front row. I would have been sitting in the back. They wouldn't have made it the first award. And wouldn't have made it so ridiculous of an idea, because I had never heard of this person before that. And this Single Ladies is like one of the greatest videos of all time.
Like Thriller's like one of the greatest videos of all time.
I'm wondering if he's not on his medication right now. There's a little bit more of this.
I was only drinking Hennessy.
I was about to say you had a bottle of Hennessy.
Because I didn't want to go to the award show because it was a setup.
Right.
So he was drunk.
Who's the ass kisser that's interviewing?
Nick Cannon.
Oh, okay.
Nick Cannon, he has a podcast just like everybody now.
He did have a radio show, and then he made some anti-Jew remarks, and then he was fired from that radio show, so now he's got a podcast.
Yeah, because you can make any kind of remarks you want on your podcast. Somebody's never going to fire you because you work for yourself.
Hashtag TV on the radio. It worked, Jeremy. Darcy wrote in. She said that she stayed with us the entire time waiting for David Blaine to jump off of the balloons. In fact, sat out in her car outside of work, so she was late to work, so she could hear.
I thought it was pretty fascinating too, Darcy.
Hear the end of it. I thought it was too. That would have been fun to watch live and listen to us. I wish I could, I wish I could step outside my body and do that. That's one thing I can't recreate. I guess what I could do. No, actually, that's not true. I can find the spot in which we started talking about it. Go back, watch the video on YouTube, download the Jeff and Jeremy in the Morning podcast for the 8 o'clock hour, and relive the moment all the way through.
It's a lot of work.
I want to do that just to see how it translated.
Syncing up.
Maybe we could be like play-by-play guys.
You like Jamie Foxx?
Yeah, I do. I think he's very talented.
Oh, good. He's got a new sitcom coming out. It's inspired by his daughter. It's called Dad, Stop Embarrassing Me. This might be good for you and your daughter to watch together.
I think
based on his relationship with his daughter.
I think he's very talented, and I think he has a very bad agent because he went from winning Oscars to now a sitcom. Jamie Foxx, and he was dating Tom Cruise's ex-wife.
Oh,
Katie Holmes.
Yeah, man, he destroyed Katie Holmes, I'm sure.
Jamie Foxx did?
No, I meant Tom Cruise mentally. I just realized how that sounded. I meant Tom Cruise mentally destroyed his Katie Holmes. I was this innocent little girl.
See, you have
nice
to give
young
the
person.
complete context of the words that come out of your mouth, Jeremy.
Let's see. This is also It doesn't say when it's going to launch, but it's going to be on Netflix. So I guess look for it there.
KZOZ.com poll question. Hashtag, where do you keep your plunger? This is stemming from a conversation we were having yesterday, and it is the SurfNet Communications poll question right now. We want to know where you keep your plunger in your home. Is it next to the toilet? Is it hidden away somewhere?
Why do people say turlet?
I dumb it down for the audience at times, Jeremy. And then other times, do you not have a plunger altogether? If you roll with a plunger without a plunger, utmost respect for you.
No, you're an idiot. You're a moron. No, you can't do that. That's like...
So that means you have 100% control of your BMs, okay? That means that you are like, yeah, I don't need a plunger because I know exactly what I'm dealing with on a regular basis. 25% of people saying that they don't have one. YOLO!
Mine's just stored somewhere else.
25% say that they store it in the garage. The majority of the folks, 50%, saying that they keep it next to the toilet.
Well, which makes me think you have a lot of toilet issues. You have a lot of issues where you're backed up and you're clogging that thing
and it's
a lot.
gross because if you ever use it, then it goes right back next to the floor, and you know where it was touching when it was in the toilet.
It's bad enough I get that little brush to clean the toilet. It goes into that little brush holder.
Yeah.
I got to bang it off really good to get all the stuff off.
We don't even keep that. We go out in the garage and get that too. Nothing's.
But I mean, you clean it afterwards with clean water when you flush, right? You get the flush, and then you get the soap in there, and then you clean it, and you rinse it off, and then you put it away. I got to be honest with you.
I never think that it's really clean, though.
Is it bad if I've used that toilet brush to clean my shower? Because it's got good bristles on it.
Yes, it's terrible. You should never use that to clean your shower.
Then I won't do that.
KZOZ. It's time to play Know the Show with Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
All right, Know the Show, and we got $25 for you to go over there and eat and drink to your heart's content at the Broad Street Public House, 3590 Broad Street here in San Luis Obispo. It's where the adults going slow.
Don't some people have a heart bigger than $25 of credit?
I don't know. I've never seen one that big, but
really,
maybe they do. We're going to cover the first 25.
I can knock out $25 easy.
Right now, you can get a PBJ and a Pabst Blue Ribbon PBR for $6.
Yeah, that's a pretty good deal.
I've never paired a beer and a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. A glass of milk, yes. Beer, no. I'm down to try.
I forgot to ask him the other day if the PB&J was on toast or if it was just on regular white bread. I have to follow up on that. This morning, we watched David Blaine jump out of the sky, attached from some balloons, and land on the desert. What happens to the balloons now? They just go up into the atmosphere? I mean, what the hell? Yeah. Did you watch David Blaine fall from the sky?
No, and I missed it. Now I'm even more energetic.
Well, you could watch it.
Energetic.
You could watch it on YouTube.
Is he dead?
No.
Okay, well then, all right, then I didn't miss anything.
Yeah, no.
There was a lot of dramatics.
They opened the vault, nothing was there. Wait, no, that was a different thing.
Who was it? Somebody wrote.
He went up with a bunch of balloons, like the cartoons.
Danny Dickchair.
Yeah, and then he got up to almost 25,000 feet, and he dropped.
Well, did they talk about how cold it was? I mean, the balloons probably froze by it.
No. It was I don't know. It was.
No, they did.
I missed it. I should have watched.
I think around 18,000 feet they said it was. Or no, it was 15,000 feet. It was 50 degrees. Yeah. Somewhere in there was 50 degrees. Anyways, we shared it on our Facebook page at Jeff and Jeremy, and you can watch it.
And he said that anything David Blaine does is just.
What?
Manufactured drama. And he
a publicity stunt, duh.
Yeah.
And everybody watched, you watched. So.
I did. It was compelling.
Mission accomplished.
It was super compelling.
There's been better in the past, and that's what we're asking. Who did it first? Eric's first.
What happened to Chris Angel?
Yeah.
Good morning, guys.
I don't know. He's probably trying to outdo the balloon guy.
He's now fitting birds for harnesses to see if birds will fly him up into the sky.
Hey, Eric. So David Blaine did it today, but who did it first?
I'm going to Colonel Kittinger, way back when.
What was his name?
Colonel Kittinger.
That's not what we had.
That's not what we were we're talking about what we were talking about earlier. A guy did it in the 80s.
Check your facts, man. He went up in a balloon. He did the first strato skydive back in, I think, the early 60s.
How do you say it's Kurt?
Okay.
Colonel.
Kittinger.
Colonel Kittinger.
And when did he do it?
Back in the 60s.
In the 60s.
And he went up with a bunch of balloons?
I believe he just had one balloon.
Okay.
Just like Felix Baumgartner, who did it to try and break his record.
And he did, didn't he? He did.
He did break a couple of Kittinger's records, but not all.
This is a hot air balloon?
Yeah, but
wow.
Baumgartner actually went further than anybody's ever gone. If you remember, he went up in the space capsule.
This was one balloon that took him up into the space. We're talking about multiple balloons.
Man.
Well, this is called Know the Show. This isn't, it shows how smart you are. This is just tell us what we were talking about that did it in the 80s.
They never see how smart you are.
I'm going to change my answer to Leonardo da Vinci.
Sorry, that's not it either. But nice try. Have a good day, buddy.
Well,
see ya.
Leonardo should have posted.
We're talking about homemade, just did it just because before all the hype of going viral and all those
Well,
things.
yeah, the one he's talking about, they use like a hot air balloon, like an actual balloon made for that sort of thing.
Yeah. And
David
he
Blaine
went
took a chance here.
He went up 102,000 feet, Kurt Kittinger did, which was...
that's pretty good.
Eclipsed by Felix Baumgartner.
128,000, wasn't it?
Yeah,
124 miles. All right, we got Jason here. What was the guy's name from the 80s that did it first?
I'm going to say Lawn Chair Larry.
Yes, that's it. Lawn Chair Larry,
Wasn't
you're a winner.
Down in Long Beach or something? Or it was in California, right?
Yeah, it was. It was in Long Beach. And he was on David Letterman afterwards. The Smithsonian wanted his lawn chair, and he actually gave it to a fan. It was a little boy who said, "Hey, can I have your lawn chair?" And he's like, "Yeah." Now he was kind of upset at the fact that he gave it because he could have been in the Smithsonian, but he ended up giving it to like this little kid.
Well, there was a movie called Danny Deck Chair, but I think it was in Australia or something. Some guy that did that and became like a sort of celebrity, and he as a person did it for all the wrong reasons. Like he was almost trying to kill himself.
Yeah, I think Lawn Chair Larry was pretty much like there.
And then Jeff told us about another guy that did it, and he ended up dying, and they found
that story.
Pieces of him in the Atlantic.
Yeah.
All right,
here he is over
most
here.
Compelling to
He's
me
over here too.
Is the guy that went 260 miles in 9 hours. I mean,
there's a good wind that day apparently. The wind at his back.
Yeah, they were supposed to do this David Blaine thing yesterday, but they canceled it because of weather, probably because of the wind. Can't have a lot of wind, so today was the day to do it. Hey, Jason, we got $25 on us over there at the Broad Street Public House. If you have a PBR and PBJ, the combo, let us know how it goes together, all right?
You got it.
All right, hold on.
That's really a thing?
Yeah, Matt's doing
Matt came up with?
Yeah, PBR and PBJ. Well, because
I like it.
If you go have a drink somewhere, you have to eat something, you have to serve food.
I mean, it's almost like the facade, but hey, out of necessity.
They do grilled cheese sandwiches. He said yesterday we talked to him. He says we can make them gourmet, but we just have the plain ones too, just American cheese like your mom used to make.
Well, it's funny because PB&J. I mean, any kid literally has made that. So how do you make it like gourmet and say, "Oh, well, look, okay, I'm putting on the peanut butter just right"?
I don't think he's trying to be gourmet. I think he's just said PBJ, PBR. It flows. Let's see how it goes. $6. You get the peanut butter and jelly sandwich and the beer.
Is that the official line? It rhymed. Did you not notice that?
Yeah, it did.
You need to make a jingle for him.
I'm constantly
You're
throwing out
and you
great
don't
ideas.
know it. Right.
I just can't keep track of them all. Have you ever used a bidet? Either one of you?
Nope.
Mike Rose writes in.
I've never used one.
No, unless you do that thing where it goes straight up. Anyway, that's the closest to a bidet I've got.
He got one of these attachment bidet things. I've seen them on.
Yeah, I was wondering how they work.
Yeah, you can buy it for like $50.
It's a pressure washer.
But I mean,
up your rear.
I mean, it goes inside your toilet somewhere because I see these buttons next to it, but obviously the apparatus is inside.
I've never used one. I was at the Madonna once. You were there. That year, we all went over there and got a room for New Year's. We were in that 2-story room. Well, they had one downstairs in the bathroom, in the bedroom. And I couldn't get it to work. I was a little woo-hoo. So that was probably part of the problem.
There was
but I couldn't get it
in
the master downstairs.
No, it wasn't a drinking fountain, Jeremy.
It wasn't attached to it. Yeah, it wasn't a real bidet. It was like an attachment to the toilet. And they had the buttons on the wall, and I kept hitting it, and it wasn't powered up or something. I probably had too many libations to
you
know
probably
that.
drank it.
Hell.
Thought it was a water fountain,
No, God, thank God I didn't.
Hey, check it out.
I don't remember.
Well, I mean, okay, that's going to a
His bathroom has a water fountain in it.
a very vulnerable area, and how clean is that water? I mean, trust that water?
So it comes out of the back of the toilet.
It's
it comes
clean
out
water.
from
It's
the
like
tank.
the-
Well, it's the same water, but
clean water.
It comes from the tank, so it's just as clean as the water that comes off your tap. It really is.
Yeah.
It ought to be, yeah.
And then that's what is doing the cleaning.
Yeah, it's tap water.
Because all you do is
I get that, but I mean, it's coming from the tank. So that's why I don't understand.
You split the hose.
How it gets
You
there.
split the hose that goes into the tank. So the hose
okay,
that
gotcha.
feeds the tank, you run another hose off of it to that bidet.
A splitter.
And then
Put a splitter on it.
And then, okay, so does this mean you use more toilet paper? Because, I mean, you got a lot of
No, he
wetness
says
down
you
there
just
now.
use it to dry off.
Dry off.
Yeah, he says you pressure wash and then you dry off. You just need a little to dry off.
Oh,
It says using way less toilet paper.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and it's theoretically clean.
Right.
You're not like
I'm surprised-
checking to see the
I'm
color of the
surprised
toilet
those
paper,
things
right?
didn't skyrocket in sales like from the pandemic in the early going when
But they might have, but-
toilet paper was on the
In certain
Probably went
circles, I'm sure
Yeah.
they did. Just not in this circle.
Yeah, kind of like the traffic circle. Yeah, it's not going to catch on either, right?
Let's see. I guess that's it. Tomorrow we'll do more of those downloads for S&M2, and Seth is up next.
Did you get a good one today?
No, we were too busy watching David Blaine.
Blaine.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, we had a gal try. She did a pretty good
she called
job.
Up. I forget what it sounded like because
We
we
had
were
another
watching David Blaine.
woman quit. She walked up to the edge, wouldn't jump. She climbed all the way up there to jump, and then she wouldn't do it. I said, "You won't even try?" She goes, "I can't."
But all you got to do is just utter something. I mean, you don't have to.
I don't care what. If you went,
Yeah, practically.
Hashtag cancel culture.
You're asking too much.
Ever wonder what it's like to work with Jeff and Jeremy?
Why are you so cranky?
It's early. Let's be real with people.
Let's
okay?
be real.
Work with them at home on demand by subscribing to Jeff and Jeremy in the morning, wherever you get your podcasts. All the benefits of working with them, with none of the smell. Oh, somebody light a match. Jeff and Jeremy in the morning on 93.3 KZOZ.